Okay. You might be wondering how I got this stupid skin so quickly, and the answer to that is win trading. Yeah, the developers somehow forgot to implement a system that removes your elo when you ditch games, so you can just win trade with another guy at a similar rank and lift each other up until you both reach General 3. And you might be thinking, how could I even pair up with a specific person in ranked mode? And that's because when you reach a high enough rank, there's barely any players of a similar rank as you. So it's really easy to consistently pair with the same guy if he's within a 150 elo difference. And it's not even possible to grind past lieutenant rank legitimately because there just isn't enough major or general rank players. The number is likely less than 100, which is just such an unbelievably tiny pool of players. Once more people get higher ranks, it should become possible to climb up, but as of right now, it just isn't. And everyone on the leaderboard is win trading. Not a single person there got there without win trading. I mean, it's not even just people on the leaderboard, it's even in the lower ranks too. I mean, I managed to win trade with the senior moderator somehow, so win trading is just literally everywhere you go when you're at like a certain high enough rank. Anyways, enough about win trading. Let's go over the multitude of new issues I encountered that the first two videos just don't address. Also, there are some points I was wrong about in the last few videos, so I'd like to set the record straight. Starting off, the ranked queue at lieutenant rank or higher is just awful. The queue starts taking its damn sweet time looking for players, and if it can't find anyone of a similar rank in 60 seconds, it'll just give you some random unranked and call it a day. This is just terrible because lower ranked players give you no elo when you win, and you just stand to lose a lot of elo if you don't win. And that's basically why everyone is win trading. And by the way, there isn't a single person in major rank or higher that is not win trading. Also, what the hell is up with the people with only 8 to 12 wins being ranked in Lieutenant 1? It's just really amazing how this game has so many bugs with its elo right now. Also, map voting is literally bugged because Crash Course will be somehow guaranteed every single game. Moving on, let's go over Molten Arena gameplay. So I said the meta was going to be late game, and guess what? I was wrong. Well, sort of. I didn't play much Molten last video because, well, it was broken. But I played some more and found that mid-game rushes starting from Molten Hazmats, then Molten Necromancers and Molten Titans are actually pretty lethal and difficult to defend. The thing was the Necromancer tower was so overpowered it could defend everything easily. But since the ban feature exists, Necromancer was getting banned every single game and the meta shifts towards aggro. Countering Hazmats isn't the most challenging, but Molten Necromancers are a lot more difficult to deal with, especially with consumables. I only managed to counter them a few times. And consumables, yeah, I somehow forgot to talk about them in my first two videos. They're pretty useful, with lockdown shards being really good for saving yourself, and the protein shake, energy drink, and air horn are also very good. And going over the tower meta, I was wrong. Again. Spawners, while they have the potential to dish out tons of damage, all of them can be easily picked apart by proper rushing except for Necromancer, which is OP as shit but is always getting banned. Most spawners like Crook Boss and Merc Base rely on stacking up units, and these stacks can fall apart if you just stop sending. And farm is actually viable. Yep, I was wrong guys, again, because pushing to late game is no longer meta, so wasting the slot for farm is not a waste because it can provide extra money to boost your defenses and help you counter the mid-game rushes. As for crowd control and stalling towers, yeah, they're still meta, but a new tower I found to be very strong is the Warden because he's pretty cost efficient so he can counter a lot of the threatening rushes in this game mode. Since we're on the topic of Warden, let's move on to the problems this game mode has. First of all, it's performance. You might know this already, but the performance is just awful. I'm getting a ton of lag spikes and it's not even during late game, it's at mid game. And that's at the point where micro is also crucial, so the constant lag spikes really impede me. The worst part is when a new zombie is about to unlock and I just get a lag spike out of nowhere, so real fucking thanks for that. The optimization of this game is so horrible, and you can tell because when the game finally ends, my ping magically returns back to stable levels. Besides server lag, apparently people are getting tons of frame drops from specific skins. Yes, skins! Credit to Fahiron for telling me about this, but apparently Fallen Warden and Engineer skins lag out the other people's games. So I started using Fallen Warden in my games. Personally, I didn't notice any severe frame drops, but my opponents did. It was bad enough that some of them even complained to me in the chat. I'm not sure if I should even blame the Fallen Warden or if it's some outlying variable, but this is just pretty ridiculous to see. Before I started win trading, I was tryharding my way pushing up the ranks using every dirty tactic imaginable. I just vote Crash Course and optimize my loadout for that map specifically because it will always be chosen. I've also been using Fallen Warden every chance I get just to lag out the other guy. Also, leaving games immediately if my opponent is lower ranked than me is just what I do every single time because it's not worth it for like, I don't know, a 12 elo game. Hopefully the devs can fix all these problems because it's just not healthy for the game. So for now, I'll just wait until Fallen Mode releases, then I'll give my thoughts on that. I will probably upload PvP guides soon, but it'll take some time because I'm still learning the game so far and I don't want to rush and give you guys a shitty guide. So that's all for now. I'll see you guys in the next video.